Evening everybody, Rich LaRousse here, back for another quick video. This is just a video of explaining the basics of Minecraft Classic and why I use it and all the stuff related to that. Basically, Minecraft Classic is the early version of Minecraft. Basically, it's the pre-beta, pre-alpha version of the game. And I use it because A, it's free, and B, it has really easy commands. Depending on the server you go on. To set up a server is a bit complicated at the moment because my server is over 4 years old now. A lot of the technology that's involved with it is out of date now. I don't think it's even being used anymore. Because it is the server program I'm using is called McForge. It's MCFORGE, I think. But originally it was McLaw, then McZool, or the other way around. But I think McForge was the latest version, but I'm not sure if it's still available or not. So you may have to Google around or whatever for it. But there should be some instances of it around here and there. Ignore the ship in the background. That's just me building the Gustloff. So yeah, the reason I use it is A, it's free, and B, the commands. You don't get much in the way of textures. I mean, this is basically the whole texture pack you get. Some of them are not fully in use because they've been painted a bit wrong, and also they've been doubled up. So I've got 2 whites, 2 yellows, 2 golds, and so on. So yeah, if I get out of that, so I'll explain the commands. I know a lot of people keep asking me during, in my tutorial videos, what are the commands I'm using and how do you get them for this, that, and the other. They do not work with the current version of Minecraft. You need World Edit or something like that. Something which I'm not completely fully in tune with because I couldn't, because I've used Minecraft Classic for so long. I can't really get on with the controls of World Edit. It's just sort of not. Well, it's basically the same premises, but it works completely differently. But well, I'll give you an idea of what to do here anyway. A lot of people ask me how the quick build tool works. Just how I build a big wall. Basically, the big wall tool is /Z. That's the big wall tool. Then you go from point A to point B, and you can build a wall, a line, anything, any length, any height, basically a straight line. Or it could be a straight line, or it could fill up the whole area. So I do that again, /Z. Go from the side up here down to over here, and it builds a great big square filled with red blocks. So basically, that's what you get. It can fill up a whole space like this dry dock, or it can just be a single straight line like that. And to get rid of that, you go /Z space air, and that will get rid of. Used to say basically the same tool, but it deletes everything in the said area. Excuse me a moment, just got to delete something and stop it working. Okay, back again. Quick jump cut there because the program crashed, which is typical of the Minecraft Classic thing. But anyway, what was I doing? Oh yeah, the Z air thing. Well, if I just get rid of the red blocks here. Server's starting to lag again. I do apologise for that. So we've got the /Z thing out of the way. If I want to build a wall or a square building, so if I build a line of blocks, say 5 high like that, and I want to build it a square building, I just go /Z and then space walls like that. Then we go from the top block diagonally away from it, and then we go to there, and that will build. Pardon me, excuse me, a square building like that. Basically, 4 walls like that, same height as the pillar I just built, and it would build that. So that's /walls. And if we do /Z water, we'll go from the bottom that corner and top of this corner. It will fill it all with water. Basically, Z is just the fill tool, effectively, from point A to point B, and it will fill in everything in that area. What's another one? /P will turn on the paint. It's basically if you click delete on one block, it replace it with whatever block you got selected. So if I want to replace this one with a grey block, just click and it will replace it. Yellow block there, blue block there, or grey block, and then a blue block there, glass block there, and that's basically what the paint program does, or paint tool does. So I do /P to turn it off. So that's that one. What's another one? I don't use very many of these commands um, in construction of my tutorials. If I just quickly Z air this thing and get rid of all that, I don't need this anymore. There we go, that's that done. Another tool I use is copy paste. Basically, it just says what it says, does what it says on the tin. So it's / copy point A to point B. So if I just copy the bow of the ship, so go from the bottom, and I do one side of it actually, do from the bottom to the top of back here. That's copied. And then, I know with World Edit, if you want to copy and paste it, you basically go from point A to point B, and then you type copy. But you always have to stand at a certain place to copy, otherwise, because wherever you're standing, it always copies it from that place. So with the version on this one, you just type copy, and then you click from point A, point B, and it will copy it no matter where you are. And when you go to paste it, so it paste it from the first block you clicked away. So basically from the bottom block, which was there, and then the second block is the one over here. So that's a copy and paste out the way. So I delete this, Z air. So that's that one out of the way. Spinning, so if you want to copy something and then rotate it and put it across, it's / spin. So I go / spin. If you want to rotate it 90 degrees. Spin it again, we rotate it 90 degrees. And if I wanted to mirror it, I'd type / spin and then M, and it would mirror it. And I'll type paste again, and then paste it, and it will replace it facing the other way. So that's how I do the bows of the ship. I usually do one side, copy, and then paste it to the other side. Or copy, rotate it, and then paste it to the other side. So I shall get rid of that now because that's not needed. Missed that bit, which is brilliant. The reason why I'm typing Z air wrong in the corner, as you can see, it's typed it out. Lotus 79 says Z air. That's because I typed it wrong. I will explain how that's working at the moment because I do have a little tool which is very handy for this thing. Basically, a friend of mine, you may know him, Adzi2006, although his channel's closed now. He got hold of the auto hotkey tool, which is a very handy tool. It basically allows you to set commands on your mouse and keyboard, which will type out a command in Minecraft. So basically, if I press the middle mouse button, it will allow me to use the Z tool. And if I use Control in the middle mouse button, it will allow me to use the Z air tool, which is basically the delete tool. And then if I hold Control and Alt in the middle mouse button, it'll build the walls. And it's very handy. So if I hold Control and Alt and press space, it didn't type it properly. But if I do it again, it worked again. It worked properly. So I now have the Z walls tool working. There we go, it's built the Z walls there. Hold Control and press the middle mouse button and it gets me the delete button. There we go. It's basically a very handy tool. Although, like I said, it will not work with the current versions of Minecraft because the control set is completely different. And I know people keep asking me, how do you use this, how do you use that? And then people completely ignore me and carry on asking me. Because they're two different versions of the game. Although this isn't really a game, this version of Minecraft isn't really a game. There's no real objective. There's no story. There's no beginning and there's no end. There's no monsters. They're basically just blocks. It's basically the creator version, although with different tools and a lot less textures or a lot less building blocks. There's not much else I can do. But like I said, if you keep looking around for the McForge server software, you will find it eventually. But if you want to run Minecraft Classic and join someone else's server, you're gonna want, well, if you want to use the full experience of commands and things, then you're gonna need the WOM client, which is the World of Minecraft client. You can just type in World of Minecraft client into Google or whatever search thing you use, and you will probably find it. It'll probably bring you to the World of Minecraft website. Pardon me, and it will be there somewhere. You may need a few files from the full version of the game, like the Minecraft.jar or tar. It's basically a zip folder you're going to need from that, and maybe the terrain.ini file as well. Those files you will need for the WOM client. And once you join a server, it will depend on the server, because some servers have different command sets. I know some of the newer servers, they reassign commands using different buttons for different commands. Instead of being /Z for build, you use I don't know, /t or something. I don't know how they do it because I'm using an older software, so I don't have all the options available to me. So I basically just use things how they were set originally to me 4 years ago. And it's what I'm using is it's an online server, but it's not public. So if you looked at it in the server list, it wouldn't be there. As if you were using the WOM client anyway. So yeah, it's basically the ins and outs of Minecraft Classic. Like I said, there's no story or anything to the game. There's no objective. It's just basically the creative version, the creative mode of the game with very limited blocks. Like I said, pre-alpha, pre-beta, and all the commands that I just showed you will not work with the current version of the game. But it doesn't matter. At least you don't have to pay for this version either. You don't have to set up a separate account to run a server in this version of the game. You don't even have to own a profile, a paid-for profile in the to run this game. You can just go to the Minecraft website, create a username, and don't have to purchase the full version of the game. You can just download the WOM client and go straight into Minecraft Classic if you want to. Now, that's what I've done with Lotus 79. That's not my full version name. Lotus 79 is just a name I use because I like the Lotus 79 car. So yes, you don't need to purchase a profile or anything to play this game, or this version anyway. So that's why I use it, because it's free and it's simple to use. It's just a pain in the ass trying to find the server software. Like I say, I don't know if it's still available. So you may want to have a look around, or get hold of the WOM client. Go onto someone's server and ask around there. They might be able to help you on there. There are a few servers which will supply you with links and things. Don't tell me which ones, because I haven't been on any, but I'm sure there's someone out there who will help you with what you need. Basically, I'll leave a few links in the video description of the WOM client and where to go for that. The McForge thing for the server software, I'll look around, and if I can find a decent link, or if the server software's been updated, then I will supply a link for that. But I will have a look around to see what I can find. The ship the ship in front of me, I should say, is a prototype for the Wilhelm Gustloff, but it's a bit too long at the moment, and it's just very early stages. I've only started building it this morning, so there's nothing there, nothing really to look at. Excuse me, I had a drink. So yeah, that's basically all of Minecraft. Well, most of Minecraft Classic sorted out of the way anyway. Like I said, there ain't much really in the world way of commands you're going to need. There are, if you do get hold of the server software, that does give you a list of all the commands available. So if you do want to look around and see what the commands are, then by all means just do that. It's in the options thing, I think, and it will tell you at the commands tab, and it will give you a list of all the commands you can use, and also allow you to set players with commands they can and cannot use. So if it's a guest player, they can't use such commands. Then the server operators or server admin can use all the commands. You can set the commands as and how you want them. And also you can give players or certain type of player the block count, a block limit. So if they do use the build tool, they can only place about 100 blocks or 10 blocks or however many or however less blocks you want them to not, or however many blocks you don't want them to use. You can be a real bastard if you want to. You can not let them use anything. I know when I first started my server, I didn't let them use any commands. If they wanted to be an operator or anything, they had to build for it. Sometimes you see people on the server spend all day, building something just to try and impress you and get the a rank. But then again, you do get a lot of assholes trying to be bloody co-owners on there. They say, "Can I join the server? Can I be a co-owner? Can I do this and that?" By all means, you can be a co-owner, but you got to pay for it. I ain't gonna piss around like that. So yeah, that's basically my rant and my little demonstration of Minecraft Classic out of the way. So this is Rich LaRouche signing off, logging off and disappearing. And any more questions you want, just let me know. Yeah, this is me disappearing. And I shall return with a new ship tutorial as and when. So bye for now.